Hello everyone, Scott Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Oahu. It is September 5th, 2014. I'm at 3 Tables, North Shore, right behind there, Waimea Bay, right that direction, Sharks Cove. Hey, I want to talk to you about something that happens, and you know, I ride with salespeople and I see this constant problem that they're one-dimensional, and let me explain what that means. They have one way of asking a question, they have one version of a story. And what happens is, when you hear the same question over and over and over again, whether you're a buyer, whether you're a seller, or whether you're a listener, that question gets old. So, you know, especially like with tie downs, the isn't it, wouldn't it, couldn't it, shouldn't you, wouldn't you, couldn't you. And what happens is, you know, there's different shades of those. And any question that you ask, this is gonna take some effort and work on your part. Any question that you ask, you should have 4 different versions of at least. And you're like, Scott, that just sounds ridiculous. No, hear me out here for a second. You know, if you're in a sales call, what happens, especially in the closing process, is people have a tough time closing when they run out of material to close with. And what happens is they only usually have one question that they can ask. They may be able to go 3 questions deep, but they don't have another way of reiterating the question that they just had. So any question that you have in the process that you have, this is the best thing for you to do. Take a video, take an audio, record what you do, figure out all the questions you ask, and figure out different versions of way to ask that question. And then go through and just think about a couple of them. You don't have to memorize them at the very beginning, because what happens is just on one call say, I'm gonna ask the question this way. On the next call, I'm gonna ask the question this way. And then you're gonna master all of your questions. And the same thing that happens, you should have different versions of stories. You should have a long version of every story, and then you should have a shortened down version of every story, and they should have a point. Every story you have should have a point. It shouldn't just lead to nowhere. I see sales guys do this all the time. They have some story, and I'm like, get out to the vehicle. Why did you tell that story? Oh, I felt like they wanted to hear it. I'm like, well, there was no point. And here's the thing. The closer that you get to the end of the sales process, the less that you should have negative information to go along. It should go negative, 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 positive, figure out what's going on. You should not be introducing negative information at the end of the call. Cool? That's huge. I don't know how many times I see guys that like all of a sudden they get to the end of the call and they start talking about negative stuff that just starts messing with the buyer. That sucks. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. Then there's like subscribe buttons like right around here floating. Thumbs up is always a cool thing. You can click on that. And then send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Scott Sylvan Bell. Only Scott Bell, the silver in the middle. Hey, stop sell sabotage. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.